Hey you guys, so this is a part 2 to the narcissist is going to try to act like you're the narcissist and to never apologize to these people because they are predators. They're watching you, they're lurking, they're starting conversations with you, they want something out of you, they want to use you as a tool even. Sometimes they don't even want anything particular from you, they just want to have a simple conversation so that other people can think that you're friends, so that other people can think that you trust them, because people know that you're someone with boundaries and mannerisms, and you stand for something and you're not out here exploiting people. They know that you're the way you are for a reason. They don't get offended because you have a strong personality or you have your own mind and you speak your truth, and you only speak when you need to speak. When certain situations don't even need your energy, you avoid it, right? So the narcissist wants to get you to think that you're doing something wrong to the point where you'll find yourself apologizing to the predator. They preyed on you, and somehow, the moment you start to see certain signs or certain disrespect or certain things that they do, they're walking around your house, they're opening your fridge, they're going through your shit, they're demanding things from you, or they're trying to befriend you to befriend the people around you, or they're trying to befriend you so that, when the people that they want to attract come into the room, they can act like they already know someone. They want to feel like, oh, I'm from here. This is my territory. Look, that person knows me. Look, the bartender knows me. I'm a regular here. I come here all the time and I prey on people, and I want people who aren't from here to feel comfortable. So anytime a new person comes into the room, they know you're a new person because they're regulars there, and they see every single person that's been there, that is a regular like them. And a lot of times those people will connect with each other, and they're narcissists. And now it's almost like they're acting like it's their territory, and whoever comes in, you owe them an explanation. And when you don't want to be these people's friends, when you don't want to interact with them, they'll sit here and pick a bar fight with you. They'll be the ones being disrespectful. And if you get angry or you lose it because you're trying to have a good time, and now you got liquor in your system, now you're going to function from a place of emotion. Oh, excuse me, you guys. And my throat is a little sore, but they're gonna try to act like, like you did something, or you're the narcissist because you're getting upset or angry. And some of these people will act like, I don't want to fight. I just know I'm working you up. I'm getting you upset. So they're trying to antagonize you and laughing and trying to act like they're having a good time, and you're the party pooper. But they're building up this anger inside of you because they already know, hey, you're having a good time. You're with your friends or your family or your wife or your husband, whatever. They already know you're having a good time. So they want to come in and act like they're like you could trust them, like they're a veteran, like they're someone you should look up to, like they're your mother, like they're your father, or they could be your uncle, or they could be your cousin, or they could be your friend. They come to you looking like they have this familiar face. And if you're living in a world where you're not aware of narcissism completely, you'll trust these people. You'll have small conversations with them because you're with your friends or you're with your family, and you'll have small conversations with these people, and you won't think nothing of it. You think you're having a positive day. You're like, oh, I have a positive day. I've been attracting certain people. The people I've been having conversations with, they think just like me. We could talk about deep stuff and they get it. But you cannot trust that, because narcissists know how you think. They know how people think. They know different personalities and how different. They study people just as much as you study the narcissist. They study you. They feel like they have you down packed, right? You feel like you have them down packed at this point. And some of you don't know that there's still so many different tools that they use that will go over your head because you're too busy being friendly. Because I don't know why, as empaths, we feel like we need to be friendly to people. Like we need to prove that we're empaths, right? That's the problem with empaths, is that you're trying to prove that you're an empath. And guess what? Because the narcissist knows that empaths always try to prove that they're empaths, the narcissist moves like an empath. They move like an empath, but it doesn't mean they're an empath. They think like an empath. They think they know how you think. They have conversations with you. And if they have deep conversations with you and you can agree on a lot of things, they're thinking you're dumb. They're thinking, I know how you think, so I can carry on a long conversation about bad people and all type of things and trauma. I can talk about all this all day with you because it's going to make you feel comfortable, And the whole time, this person is thinking to themselves, if you were truly a narcissist, the opinions and the way you think, the way you look at life, the way you look at people, the way you look at karma, the way you look at God, spirituality. If you were a narcissist, you wouldn't be sharing these things with such passion, because a narcissist doesn't give a damn. They do not give a fuck. Straight up. I'm telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. They do not care about the trauma or if they share stories to you about the traumas that they went through. Some of the things they tell you is true. Some of the things they tell you is not true, because they have this thing where every time they're getting ready to prey on their predator, they have to give you clues. They might steal something right in front of your face and then they show it to you. They're like, look, I bought this earlier, and you're thinking, or you might think nothing of it. You might think, I have a lot of the same, or whatever they show you. You might think, oh, you have some of those. Oh, I have some too. And they're looking at you like you didn't even notice I took one of them. And I'm showing it to your face. You don't even notice that I stole your PlayStation. And now months later I buy one and I even tell you about it, but it's really yours. And then you'll sit there and you'll think to yourself, this is my PlayStation. In your mind, like you'll think, I think they stole it. Sometimes you might even tell these narcissist people things that you have a strong intuition, a strong feeling that they did. Like you stole it, you took it. And then they'll get mad. They'll lash out at you. Don't blame me just because someone stole your PlayStation. Don't blame me because someone broke into your house. It could have been anyone. And you might think to yourself, well, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't really trust anyone. And ever since I met you, all of a sudden something happened to me that like a bad luck. Something that typically wouldn't happen to me. Like someone breaking into my home. But they leave you in a position where you don't know if it was just a stranger or if it was them. But a lot of times your intuition, when it was them, will tell you. And what they will do is that they will tell you, they already know that. See, the narcissist, this is how you know you're dealing with a narcissist, because they know you're intuitive. So they know you're going to have the feeling that they did something. So it's kind of like a salesman. They're going to know you're going to say, oh, I can't afford this, or I can't do that, so they're going to come up with a strategy where it's like, I'm still going to get you to buy my lies, because you're going to say that you can't, you're going to have reasons to why you can't give me supply, or you're going to have reasons, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the reasons. Oh, I know that you can't, you're a student. You probably can't afford to pay a really high car note. So we have a special program for students. They don't give a damn about this special program. They don't care that your credit's bad. Their whole thing is, I'm just trying to get rid of this car. I already know this car is not even a good car. We bought it for cheap. We fixed it up. It might break down a week from now, and you're going to be on your own getting a new transmission because you're not going to get the warranty because you can't afford the warranty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you that the car is in perfect condition. So they're telling you things and you're taking the truth, right? They're telling you certain truths, and then which is, yeah, they do have this program, but then they're disguising it with all type of witchcraft and spells, because now it's like, they know, hey, you're not going to get the warranty, and I'm going to tell you it's perfect. I'm going to tell you the warranty is high as shit. And you're going to say, oh, I only have this much money. And then I'm going to tell you, if you don't get the warranty today, you can't get it later on. Or you can't get it after 10 miles. Or you can't. So they already know the different tactics that they're going to use. And while you're going through the games with these people, your intuition will constantly tell you, get out, stop talking to this person, don't deal with them, don't answer their call. Or your intuition will tell you, this person's going to come to your house today. This person's going to give you a call today, and they're going to try to make it seem like they're just checking up on you, and they're just, how you doing? Like they just want to talk to you. And then the moment they know that you don't have any problems and you're just having a regular day, these are going to be the people that are going to come to you telling you that they have problems. They're expecting you to have problems so that you can trust them. So if you don't have problems, what they're going to do is they're going to create problems from themselves, for themselves. They're like, okay, they're always thinking of strategies to turn things to benefit them. So, okay, I can't get you to trust me and pour in certain information. I'm going to start pouring certain information into you so that you can have that idea that I'm an empath. So a lot of times you will catch these people in the act. A lot of times your intuition will tell you things. And then what you notice is that when you confront these people about the things that they've done, sometimes they disappear. They start to distance themselves. Some of them even get mad. Some of them get mad and throw tantrums. Some of them, they'll just disappear. It's not that they're going to disappear forever. They're going to come back. They're going to come back and act like they didn't do nothing wrong. So when you check them again, they're going to act like you're the narcissist when you check them again, because they're going to come back. They always come back to the scene of the crime. So when you check them again and you tell them, hey, I don't forgive you. I'm not, because we're forgiving people. Empaths are forgiving people. You need to stop that. You know somebody's playing games with you. You need to stop that. Because they look at that like weakness. So these people will come back with no shame, like they didn't do shit, you know. They'll come back into your house. They'll start taking a shower, make themselves comfortable, like they didn't do nothing with their noses in the air, making dinner. Like they're looking at you like, leave everything in the past. Life goes on. Because a lot of empaths, they know that they can't stay in a position of negativity because it's going to break them down. It's kind of like you're a very strong person. You've been through so much. You're not going to let none of these narcissists bring you down. You're not going to let them make you cry at work. You know, those days where you were crying at work and going home is over, because that was a way of ruining your life, ruining your finances by, you know, messing with you while you're at work, or making you feel like they're doing something while you're working, right? You never feel secure around this person, you know? So those days are over. You don't have the type of time to play those games anymore. So the narcissists, they're going to go seek out people to play those games with. But a lot of times they'll come back to the scene of the crime, act like they didn't do anything. And if you forgive them, if you accept it, what usually happens, the abuse heightens up. But if they come back around and you stand your ground, what they're going to do is they're going to go and tell their family and friends that you moved on. Even if you didn't move on and you just stand your ground, The narcissist almost feels like if you didn't take them back, it's because you're dealing with someone else. That's how they're viewing things, because they feel you're so dumb, you're such an empath, and they know that you care. They're using your emotions against you, so they feel like you should have took me back. You normally would have took me back. Come on, stop playing these games with me. You know you want to take me back. You're playing games right now. That's how they're viewing you. You know, they're delusional, and they'll keep going because they feel like they could keep sucking energy out of you. So you don't apologize to these people. These people will go and tell other people that you moved on, you got a new boyfriend, you got married. They'll say things to make it sound like you were the narcissist. They'll tell the new supply that you were cheating, that you were talking to guys at your job, or you didn't want to be with them anymore because they didn't make enough money and all you care about is money and things like that. But they're not going to tell the truth. You know, they're going to play you like you're the narcissist. Your family, your friends, the people that have used you and played you are going to act like you're the narcissist, especially when you cut them off. See, they already were going to try to blame shift any information they have of you, anything that you've done out of ignorance. You know, you're not a narcissist, but you might have done certain things and then learned from those situations, and you're not doing it again, right? The narcissist is a nasty, dirty scumbag of an animal, like the lowest. All they care about is their treats. There's no loyalty. All you got to do is hand feed this person. You keep hand feeding them, they're not going to bite you as long as you're feeding them. The moment you come home and you're not feeding them, you don't give them their favorite snack, they turn on you. And now they say that you're the narcissist because you didn't buy them one fucking snack. But you've been giving them their snacks every damn day. They're animals. They're cannibals. So you're going to run across these people saying that you're bad, you're evil, you're the narcissist. And they're playing this position of being empaths and bad things happening to them and sob stories. And when things go bad for them, they want people to feel sorry for them. But when things were happening, you know, to you, it's like they were trying to kill you off, right? So now you have to put your life, you know, on a pedestal before the narcissist, because that's what you were doing. You're putting them on a pedestal. You were even apologizing to them. Never apologize to these people, because you're not crazy. They are. You're not going around abusing them, cheating, lying, and then on top of that, you know, becoming abusive physically and mentally. These people are crazy, and then they want to stick around you to get the next best thing, the next best high. And when they do so, they're going to claim that you were the narcissist. And of course, the people closest to them, you know, they're going to listen to the narcissist's stories and their gossip because they enjoy the gossip. But they truly don't believe the narcissist. Even if they rejoice with the narcissist and they talk bad about you, they secretly don't believe the narcissist, because especially the people closest to them, they already watched the trail of people they've been with. So they don't believe it, because they already know that most narcissists and Jezebel spirits, they're never single. So a lot of the people around them, some of them might be single and have been single for years. You know what I'm saying? They rather be alone than deal with people. Those people know the narcissist is full of shit. They might be narcissistic themselves, but not to the narcissist level. They might seem like narcissists, but they might not be. They're just minding their business. They're staying out the way. So when you start minding your business and staying out the way, people will act like you're the narcissist because you do not want to involve yourself in certain situations. And then you remember how when you were going through certain situations, people didn't want to involve themselves. So a part of you will always feel bad, and you feel like you got to come to the rescue for almost every situation. But some situations you just cannot come to the rescue. You have to think about yourself, because you have to think about certain situations that no one got you out of, you know. And it's not like sometimes you want to help people because you're seeing them go through something that you went through. And sometimes that's okay because you went through the same thing. So you know what they're experiencing is real. But now if you didn't experience what that person is experiencing and you just think they're a good person and you're involving yourself and you don't know if this person is really the good person, the person playing the victim, and the aggressor is actually the person that's hurt, you're going to wind up in a bad situation. You're going to get in the middle of someone who is taking their anger on the narcissist, but the narcissist is acting like they're not doing nothing wrong. And they never step up to the narcissist. They're always nice to the narcissist, but this is one of those times where they don't give a damn. And now you're stepping up to defend the narcissist, and now this person attacks you because they really want to attack the narcissist, but they see that because you're defending them, you have empathy. So now they're attacking you because they see the empathy in you and the empathy they have, because they have empathy within themselves, but they're so angry that they hate a part of you because they feel like you're weak. They feel like they're weak too. So this is why certain situations you can't involve yourself in, and it's not going to mean that you're a narcissist. A narcissist is someone who is going to see situations play out, and they're going to be recording, they're going to be laughing, they're going to want to even get involved, they're going to want to step in the middle and act like they're helping. They're going to want to hold the empath down. They're like, I know even if you look like a mean person and you're the aggressor, you're actually the empath and you're done being played with. So I'm going to hold you down while the other person who's actually the narcissist gets some punches in, right? And attacks you. So this is why you have to be careful on how you move, because narcissists will portray like you are the narcissist. So sometimes you might defend someone and you might be nothing but a flying monkey. And now the empath is sitting there looking at the narcissist and the flying monkeys, and the flying monkeys really don't believe they're flying monkeys. They're like, that's my friend, that's my sister, that's my brother. They're stepping up, defending bad people, and then when bad things happen to them, it's like, oh, why me? Why me? This is why you have to be careful feeling sorry for people, because most empaths are not gonna keep talking. Even if you're healing, most empaths won't say why me. They'll have like, you'll feel like why me, but at the same time, why you're like, I was vulnerable, I didn't pay attention to the red flags. That's how you're an empath, because you're like, oh, I didn't pay attention to this is why it happened to me. And now you put your guard up so those same things don't happen to you again. And when you put your guard up to certain people so certain things don't happen to you again, those people will call you a narcissist for having your guard up. And they're the narcissist. Because someone who is like you, who's an empath like you, and who's self-aware about what's going on out here, they're not going to look at you as an aggressor. They're going to actually respect you for having boundaries, for having class, for knowing when to respond and when not to respond. And even in situations where you get mad and you just like, fuck these people, the empath knows why you're saying fuck these people. They're not stupid. They can see the narcissism themselves. And the empath might show you some type of trust, but they're still not going to want to use they're not going to want to use trauma in the fact that they know that you're not a narcissist. They're not going to want to get close to you either way, because even if they have an idea that you might be an empath, they still have to look out for themselves, because they're like, a lot of people seem like empaths, but I'm not really sure. So they're still going to keep their distance. That's how and that's how but they're not going to feel and they're going to feel like even though they're keeping their distance because you're going through situations, right? They don't know if it's bad luck or they don't know if you're really an empath. So they're still going to keep their distance, and you're not going to get offended because you're going to know, hey, this person doesn't owe me anything. I'm glad that they saw what happened, and they're not picking a side. They're not gossiping. And you're going to look at them like, not necessarily like you could trust them, but I could put my guard down because you're not using a scenario or a situation to get close to me. You have morals, and you don't think what they did to me was right, but then you're not getting fully invested so that I could feel like I could trust you or we're friends now, because you're not going to try to trauma bond with me. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to try to trauma bond with me. So that's how you know when you're dealing with a real person, because they're not going to be overly friendly, and it's going to take time for them to actually start to put their guard down. And even when they do put their guard a little bit down, it's not going to be all the way down, you know. But the narcissist, they're the type of person that's like, the first day they meet you, they're like, we should hang out later on. You should come to my house. You should meet my family. You know, and sometimes the empath could be that way too. Like when you leave a long relationship, or you're lonely, or you've been lonely for a while, and then you meet someone you like, you could feel like you want to keep that person around. So now you're like, I'm gonna bring this person around my family. Now you want to be overly nice, you know? So when you see other people being overly nice, you can confuse it. You can confuse it by thinking that they're like you, because you've had moments where you were overly nice, and you might think, well, maybe they're lonely, maybe they're this, maybe they're that. You know, maybe they don't have good friends in their life, and they know I'm a good person, so you will trust them. And they're narcissists, you know. They know how to be chameleons. They become whatever they think they can become so that you can like them. So when they see that you don't like nobody, you're like, I don't like nobody. Your energy is giving off, I don't like nobody, until you got to prove to me you're a good person. I can't just trust you. Because even empaths, or people who think they're empaths, those same people will turn on you because they're only hooked on the narcissist. They're hooked on the narcissist, and they're attracted to narcissistic people while they're suffering, and you'll be nice to them and they won't do shit for you. You know, I've had more support living in the narcissist world than walking in truth. There's more people that will support a narcissist than support an empath, and that's just facts. And it's not just online, it's like in real life. In real life, you know. So you're going to see a lot of blame shifting with narcissistic people. This is the era we're going to live in. We're going to have people that are calling certain people narcissists, and that person isn't a narcissist. They're going to try to dig up information about you, things that happened to you. Look, we all have a story. We all have a story. Look at it this way. You got people on the street, right? And then you got people that are working. The people on the street, they love living on the street. They love walking to the store, meeting up with their friends, drinking. Then there's those other low-grade narcissists who live around the area. They're not even homeless, but they love hanging out with the homeless people because they feel like they got more than the homeless person. They're like, I got a house, I got a car, I got a little old minivan, but I still love coming to hang out with y'all because I really belong in this world, but I made it out of this world into my world, and I love to come over here and show off. And then they love pretending to be like good people. Oh, I'm gonna buy you a drink, but they like to watch you on the street suffering. They get a high from watching you, so because they feel like that's where they should be. So they go back to where they feel like they should be. They like to roll in the mud, right? And while they're rolling in the mud, they're looking at people that won't give them the time of day, because those people, other people, are not impressed by that little minivan of theirs. It's only the people that they're going to attract. And they're looking at certain people who, you know, have higher status, and they're looking like, I can steal from you, I can take from you, I can do this to you, I can manipulate you, I can make you feel sorry for me. You're weak. You know, they think you're weak, you're this, you're that, right? They're judging you. You're at work minding your business, they're coming to your job to fuck with you because they don't have a life. So they come to you messing with you because they think that you're just a worker, you're just whoever, you're just the person working, right? They don't know you, they don't know what you own. You probably got way more than them. You own your own house, you got cars, you got money, you got a whole bunch of stuff, but you're making a little extra money on the side, right? And these people will come at you disrespectful. The people that are lower, they will come at you disrespectful because they feel like they've been through more shit than you. They're like, oh, I've been through more shit than you. You think I should be jealous of you because you got a nice car, because you got a job. You think I should be jealous of you, but you're dumb. You're beneath me. The narcissist, it doesn't matter how low they are in life or how high they are. It doesn't matter if they're rich or poor. They always think they're better or they can outsmart you. So they will look at certain people that are handling their business or their family people and think that you're weak because you're a family person. But they don't know that, hey, look, you got some people out here, tattoos, you know, bald heads. You could tell they came from the same world you were in. The same motherfuckers that are calling you the narcissist, right, are the narcissists. But they're trying to make it seem like you're like them because you have a story. You've been through shit, or you have, you know, you have a life that you had when you were in the narcissist world, when you were living in the narcissist world. Before you already knew there was a God. You just didn't know there was a devil. Now you know it's a devil, and you say, now I know why it's so important to be with God, right? And do the right thing, because everything you do, you got to pay for it. And you're like, I'm not gonna, these narcissists think that they don't have to pay for the shit that they have to do. That's their problem. And they're trying to keep convincing me that they keep trying to convince me that that they're not getting their karma, but I know they are. So guess what? I'm gonna live my life doing the right things the right way, and I'm not gonna let nobody see me slip, because I know the moment I make one mistake, they want to fire me. Even though everyone at the job is stealing, I do one mistake, they want to fire me, right? So now you're an empath and you're doing all the right things. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm overwhelmed because I'm doing so much and I'm not getting as rewarded for it. But you are getting rewarded for it because you're staying out the way, you're minding your business, and you're keeping your circle small, while these narcissists are making it seem like they're happy, they're rich, or this or that, and they're miserable people, and they're around wicked people all the time, and they have to talk about wicked shit all the time, and they have to do things that they don't want to do, so their souls are tainted, and they just put a smile on your face and make you think that they're living a glamorous life. So when or they try to make it seem like, you know, like you're dumb because you're doing the right things, or you're working and you're not getting over on your job. They're like, you're not even getting, if it was me, I would have been getting over on my job because the company is rich, right? So these people will act like you're the narcissist because you're doing all the right shit. You're doing everything right. They'll act like you're the narcissist because you follow the rules. They're like, oh, this bitch follows the rules too much. I don't like her. I feel like she's watching me. They feel uncomfortable because they're doing bad shit. Now they're making it seem like you're the narcissist, but you're just doing the right thing. So the empaths will get treated like you're the narcissist, and then once you do the right thing and people start fucking with you because you're doing the right thing, now you shut off. You're like, I I can't be emotionally connected to these people because that's their goal. They're trying to bring me down. So I have to go to work, come home. I got to shut my emotions down. I got to be a robot. You know, I'm artificial intelligence while I'm out here. I'm a robot. Anything that got to do with emotions, anything that got to do with emotion, I can't. I'm just here. I'm just here for work. That's it. These people will treat you like you're stupid or like you're the narcissist for following the rules, you know, not knowing that you already lived in their world. So you know every tactic that they're going to use on you, especially as, you know, the low you've been around high grade narcissists. That's what you grew up around, rich narcissists. You know, your family came from money, but the narcissist dragged you down to the east side, you know, to the ghetto. So now you know how the most lowest of the low narcissists think. So now you're just like, okay, I know how all these people think. I can't give them no energy at all. And now they're making it seem like you're the narcissist just for knowing the game that is being played. They act like you must be one of them. And now, you know, they'll attack you because they feel like, oh, if you think like us, then you must be one of us. So they try to attack you. But you know what happens? Every time they send an attack, it doesn't work because you're doing the right thing. They'll come to you trying to make you do extra work. They're like, oh, we're going to make this person do extra work. They're not going to want to do it. And you do it with a smile on your face. Or even if you don't have a smile on your face, you do it like it's not bothering you. It's killing them inside because they're the narcissist. See, you're not playing games with people. You're just playing the game with people. You're playing the game with people, but you're not playing the game on people. You're playing the game with them because they're playing games with you. So you're just like, okay, I'm gonna play the game with you and get you out of here because I'm not gonna sit here and play with you. I didn't even sign up to play with you. I ain't even sign up to play bingo with you. I ain't signed up to play tic-tac-toe with you. You know, I'm not even gonna play with you. Now they're mad at you because you don't want to play with them. You're the narcissist because you don't want to play with them. So we're going to live. These are the times where you're going to see a lot of narcissists. They're going to come and they're going to seem like really nice, positive. They're going to be taught. A lot of these narcissists are self-aware. First of all, they've been self-aware. They just been coming out with these videos. They always been self-aware, and it's not something where it's like you got to go to counseling to figure out you're a narcissist. The narcissist I was with told me they were a narcissist. So these people already know what they are. My grandmother knew what she was. She just didn't have a term for it, you know? So a lot of them are coming out with the terminology for it because they know, they always knew there was something different about them. So now they're like, okay, I know what it is now. But they also still feel like people are dumb. They still feel like people are dumb. You have to think about it. For a narcissist to tell you the same shit that empaths can tell you, but you rather hear it from their perspective and they have so many followers. Imagine how you could just see the look in their eyes, how inflated their egos are. Like, you're inflating their egos because they're like, damn, I can tell you I'm the devil and all the tactics I do, all the tactics I use and get paid for it and get respect for it, even though they know I probably ruined a couple of people's lives. A couple of people died from broken heart and everything. And you still support and you still want to hear what I got to say. Not only that, they feel like a lot of the empaths aren't really empaths. A lot of the people that are leaving comments, oh, that's what the narcissist did to me, da, 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 da. The narcissist doesn't think you're an empath. They think you're a narcissist because they feel like if you're watching me, you're pretending to be an empath, but you're really a narcissist. That's how they see it, because most narcissists pretend to be good people and victims. The empath is the one who seems like a narcissist. They're not overly friendly. Maybe they used to be, but they're not anymore. Especially the more information they have, they become less of an extrovert, but they're still extrovert when they feel comfortable being an extrovert. And when they're around people they're close to, that's when they can really show you who they are. But when it comes to strangers, you're gonna get like the resting bitch face. You're gonna get the indifference. You're gonna get the I'm studying everyone first. Just like the narcissist, you know, sits around and studies everyone, the empath will start to do the same thing. And that's what will make people think that maybe you're a narcissist, or just the fact that you have self-love. You didn't have self-love before, and people thought they could play with you, right? Now you have self-love. You love yourself. You have conversations with yourself. You listen to yourself. You listen to your intuition. So now people will try to label you a narcissist just because they feel like your ego is inflated. They feel like you shouldn't love yourself that much. But coming from a place of not loving yourself to finally finding self-love is what will make people feel like you're the narcissist, just because you have confidence. Just because they don't. Especially if they're being beat down by a narcissist, and then they see you and how you're interacting with different types of people, even how you interact with narcissists, and how the certain narcissists at least respect you enough to not try to play with you because they already know they can't play with you. They studied you. They will think that you're the narcissist just because you're getting along with people, you know. You're learning to maneuver around people and just mind your business. So there's going to be people that might think you're a narcissist because you're keeping things business, right? You're not taking things personal. People will claim you're the narcissist because you, like I said, you won't be as friendly anymore. You know, but the narcissist comes to you friendly. They come to you nice. I'm gonna tell you now, most people who are nice or come to you as nice people are narcissists. And if you're someone who's an empath and you keep coming around people being nice to them, some people might even view you as a narcissist. They might think you're a narcissist because they're like, you haven't figured out that you just can't go around being nice to everyone yet, right? And that's the problem with empaths. And I'm telling you because I've done that. I've been overly nice. But the thing is that narcissists are overly nice. When you meet them, they'll give you compliments. They'll steal right in front of you and show it to you. So these are people who are constantly watching you, observing you. They're across the street. They're in their cars watching you. They're watching your house. They're watching when you leave, when you come home. They're keeping tabs on they want to know everything. Narcissists are people who want to know everything. And empaths are like, we don't care to know everyone's personal shit because we are dealing with our own shit and we don't want to bring other people in our shit. But narcissists want to bring other people in their shit, and a lot of the shit that they got going on is shit that they created. And we also have an understanding of a lot of the shit that we went through, we created. But we also know that that's a lesson that no one can teach us. We can get as much information as we want, but most of the time we're not going to listen to that information until it's over. And when it's over, we get duped or played. Now we want to go and listen to videos and catch up on this shit when you should have caught up on it before, but you were avoiding the video because you're like, I don't want that much information. I can't take the truth. Them demons, the narcissists, planet, you know, don't want you to hear the truth. So sometimes you know that certain people are victims, but you also know they don't want to get out of it. They don't want to get out, and if they don't want to get out, they really can't be trusted. They will turn on you just by the simple fact that they're on the narcissist's nuts so hard that they'll just turn on you, even if you're a good person, you've been nothing but good to them, because they're more obsessed with the narcissist than you. This is why a lot of times they will, empaths are givers, but they'll give to the narcissist instead of giving to people who actually deserve it. They will bless the narcissist before they bless good people. So that's the world that you're living in. You're living in a world where good people are blessing narcissists, and then, you know, The narcissist, this is why they're takers, because they feel like I get blessed when I don't deserve it. And at this point, I could just take whatever I want. You know, they feel like they're gods, you know, because a lot of people are under a spell. And a lot of times the people that are trying to help you, you think that they're narcissists, or they're hating on you, or they're jealous of you, or they just don't want you to be happy in that toxic relationship that you're in. And you turn on them, or you turn on them just because they don't want to hear your bullshit no more, instead of, you know, realizing that you're becoming a burden to them. You know, you'll get mad at people and label them narcissists just because you're becoming a burden to someone. You're filled with toxic, negative, you know, toxins in your body. So people will label you the narcissist because they can't crack you easily. They're asking personal questions. And every time someone asks you a personal question, I want you to exercise this. Why does it matter what they're asking you? Are they cornering me into a dead-end question, meaning that after I answer, are they putting me on the spot where they're making me feel like I have to answer this question? And the question is so overwhelming, it's too personal, or it's none of their business. Even a simple question, do you have kids? Certain things don't really matter. Like in certain situations or scenarios, it doesn't really matter. Say you're an Uber driver and now the person in the back seat is asking you, hey, do you have kids? Do you have a family? All that shit doesn't matter. I'm just your Uber driver, right? You have to think about the questions people ask you. Does it matter? Would I ask this question to this person? That's another one. Will I do it, or would I feel like I'm overstepping my boundaries? Because if I wouldn't do it, it shouldn't be done to me. So if you wouldn't do something to someone, don't let these people do it to you. Third of all, when people ask you a question, it's okay to reply with the question. Because now you're letting them know, I'm going to ask you the same question. Are you going to answer me first? Because the question you're asking me is really, I shouldn't really answer it, but I'm going to ask you the same question just so you know how you feel, just to let you know I got boundaries. And you better be careful about the next question, the next couple of questions you're going to get ready to ask me, because I know you're probably seeking information. And if you take it personal, you're probably a narcissist. If you don't take it personal, you're an empath and you think like me. You know I'm cautious. You know why I'm doing this. So always know, fuck these people. Let them think you're a narcissist, but you know you're not preying on people. You're not spying on people. You're not taking from people and then showing them what you took from them. You're not sitting here planting seeds on people and telling them what you're getting ready to do to use them. You know, you're not sitting there telling them fake stories that aren't really true, or half stories, or sleeping around with other people and then sitting there talking to your partner and talking about, oh, my best friend just got cheated on by this guy, knowing damn well you're talking about yourself. You don't play none of those fucking games, so you know you're not a narcissist. You don't sit there and try to put people in jail. You don't sit there and put people in the hospital. You don't sit there and try to get pregnant on purpose to get a check, to get money off of somebody. You don't sit here and use none of these manipulative tactics, so you know you're not a narcissist. The narcissist is a very conniving, manipulative person, and when they know or they sense that the things that they're doing might hurt you, they don't care. They find it funny. They want to sit there and joke around with you, and you feel like they're not joking, they're telling the truth, and that's because they're telling the truth. And then somehow when you start to defend yourself because you feel like someone is just hanging out with you for months and years, just toying with you, and you finally say, oh, this person is toying with me, there's no fucking way this person's like, this is normal behavior and people should act like this on a regular for the rest of their fucking life. You know, this is weird. It's too many of you guys out here. This is too weird. Like, what they went through, their dysfunction, their trauma, their childhood abuse, you know, if they lost a child, if whatever they went through does not justify their fucking actions. Because a lot of us empaths, might look like certain people. We might have tattoos. We might have that bald head. Our style might represent different eras. And you might label us as a narcissist because it reminds you of someone that did something bad to you. But that person could have been an empath that was brought into the wrong family, who was filled with narcissists, or, you know, that person could have came from a different lifestyle and they made it out of that lifestyle because they knew something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And now they're being judged by their old life. You know, so this is why you have a lot of people out here who are mean, who are evil, who are racist. They get done wrong by one person and now they label everyone like that. And every time you tell them why they think the way they think, they'll have a sob story. Oh, well, you know, this guy of this other race, they treated me really bad and made me cry. I've seen this a lot of times with people in my family, with different people, where they're sitting here acting like everyone's a narcissist of that race just because somebody did something bad to them. But hey, guess what? Your husband cheated on you with your sister, bitch. You know, straight up. Your friend was sleeping around with your husband. Your friends were sleeping around with your husband. They were taking money out of your bank account, your business. And you still taking care of that man to this day. Just to say you're married. And you're the biggest fucking racist. You're sitting here talking about the only reason you remember what that person of another race did to you is because they're someone of another race. They're unfamiliar face of what you're used to, so that's why you focused on what that, because we focus on the bad things people do to us, right? Those are the memories that really stay with us when someone puts us in a fight or flight situation. So trust me, I've been around people who they'll like me, they'll get to know me, they'll like me, and they'll say something, you know, and it's like it's almost like they were trying to put you on a category, and they were trying for so long till they couldn't do it anymore. So they went through periods where they liked you, where they didn't like you, and you knew they were narcissists, and in the end, you know, they couldn't get anything out of you because they kept trying to look for things to complain about, and you just took it. You worked harder. You didn't let them see you down. You didn't let their words or their traumas affect you because they're full of shit. They're narcissists, and they go around treating people fucked up. And when bad things are happening in their personal family, they want people to feel sorry for them. But they don't feel sorry for those people they fired at the job just because they were triggered by something that happened to them in their past. You know what I'm saying? So people will act like you're the narcissist, you know, or take things personal, when in your world, your color doesn't mean anything. Age doesn't mean anything. All that matters is, are you an empath? Can I be safe around you? Can I trust you not to do something to me? Or can I trust that when I turn my back just for a second, you're not going to do some shit? I don't care what color, how old you are. That's all I want to know. When I turn my back, are you going to run up on me? Are you going to try to distract me with other narcissists? Are you going to use other narcissists to distract me? Are you going to try to con me? Are you going to try to steal from me? That's what I care about. Everything else is irrelevant. You calling me a narcissist, all that is irrelevant to me, because I have to think like the narcissist. Because guess what? All prey, all animals who have predators, they know better. Like I've said before, the birds are up on the trees because they know if they're just chilling around on the ground, a cat is going to come and eat them. They're not stupid. So you can't be oblivious to what narcissists do and their tactics, and you should never apologize to these people, especially when you see it with your own eyes. When your intuition kicks in, that means you're supposed to watch that person. Something tells you something about that person. They're trying to be your friend. Those are the people being nice to you. Those are the people you need to watch. The people being nice to you. Because trust me, they're trying to study you to find a way to turn on your ass. That's why you can walk in a room and be the light of the room, the center of attention. But guess what? I don't want to be the center of attention, or I don't want to light up the room, because that comes with responsibility. Now you light up the room. Everyone is having a good time with you, but the whole time they're having a good time, they're studying you. And they're thinking of tactics to take away your light. You know? So let them feel your presence. And when they feel your presence, they might think you're a narcissist. You might not light up the room, and that's cool, you know? But eventually, you're going to see that you will be respected. They might not like you, but watch. They're going to respect you like they respect the narcissist. But you're going to survive. You're going to outsmart even the narcissist, because their greed, their hate, their jealousy, and their gossip will always take over them. So while you're sitting there minding your business and acting like nothing happened, and hi, good morning, and acting like nothing happened, you already know they're trying to dim your light. You already know they want you to come to work and not say good morning, so they could go and make up some shit about she didn't say good morning to me. I'm telling you, I learned this shit in my family. Like, if you don't say, you know, if you don't go and introduce yourself to someone who just walked into the house, or you don't go and talk to someone who's coming to visit, they're gonna demonize you. So don't fight back. Don't try to prove yourself that you're not a narcissist, because your actions will always prove. People will always remember you by how you treated them at the end of the day. And that's facts. So I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace, and your healing. If you guys enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe. And if you guys want to support my channel by booking a session with me, my booking information will be on the description. As always, I'm sending you guys lots of love. And if you guys haven't tuned in to part one, tune into part one before listening to this. Or, you know, if you didn't listen to part one, you know, go back and listen to that and come back to this one. But I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.